Easter is approaching, coming earlier this year, it feels like, and we recognize that it's an important season, an important holiday in many homes to fill that season with something holy. The sacred nature of Easter brings meaning to this special time of celebration and reflection. Katie Hughes is joining me today for a meaningful conversation on how we can creatively bring love and learning into our homes this Easter. Katie, I know this is a passion point of yours, so thank you for taking time to teach us today and to share with us.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm pulling straight from your social media, but I could pull from my heart with these words as well. I love and adore you. You are a champion of home and family. You're a believer. You're a creator. You're a memory maker. You're a gatherer of everything good and holy, and you're a disciple. It's a beautiful way to portray what you're about with those simple words, and you want to bring those words to life in the week leading up to Easter, the week known as Holy Week.
That's right. I love that there's just been this added momentum for Holy Week. This is something we have really recognized in a lot of Christian faiths, but in the dominant faith here in Utah, I think we actually have recognized this is okay. Let's actually do this. Let's join forces with other Christian faiths and celebrate this beautiful week. So this momentum has gotten us so excited. So many people are just kind of troubleshooting and switching their Easter to look a little different.
They're extending it as well. So Holy Week, by definition, the week before Jesus died,
Yes.
and every day is broken down with kind of the happenings or the scenario of his life, and you're able to bring that to life in your home.
That's right. And I think it starts first in our hearts and in our homes. So I love the thought of us taking time to really look and see and recognize what resources are there out there that can help me prepare my heart and my home. And I love just this thought right over here. You know, none of us really want to take away things like Easter eggs or, you know, bunnies or things like that. But what if we just added things like palm leaves to recognize what happened on Palm Sunday?
You're saying in your home decor.
In our home decor.
Yeah.
Visuals of Jesus and the tomb, the empty tomb. Beautiful. I have some prayer candles that I got in the Holy Land. I add to mine, and just making these little tweaks can help us in our decor. In our hearts, I feel like we can prepare with things like there's so many podcasts and beautiful Christian focuses on like talks or sermons.
Yeah.
Holy Week type playlists like on Spotify or Apple. There are so many options available, and I think that helps us ready our hearts for this high holiday.
I love that two-ply approach. Ready your home and ready your heart.
That's right. And I feel like all of that just helps us kind of connect, like we maybe gear up for Christmas. This is the same type of thing. We want to gear up for this high holiday, this Easter season that helps us recognize the beautiful sacrifice.
Well, in the home sector, the home piece of that beautiful pie you've just described is not trivial. You think of how the mood in your home changes in the Christmas season, right?
That's right.
As the tree goes up, the lights go on, the music starts to play. I love that you are gently shifting us, pushing us toward this idea of what should your home or can your home feel like at Easter.
That's right. And I think Easter is such a unique time because there's not those added stresses that we have, like of gift giving or that type of thing. It just can kind of be the thing that helps us just shift to just a total focus.
Next, you say it's important that we truly honor Holy Week, not just that holy day on Sunday.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many resources out there that can help us honor Holy Week, kind of walk through Holy Week. But this one is one I helped work on with our Multiply Goodness team. We're an interfaith team that work to kind of build bridges, and this is something we felt like we could get our hands on and we could work together to create something, for lack of a better term, that's kosher. That we feel like this actually represents all that we work to celebrate this week.
Describe this. What is this?
So this is a tabletop flip chart. It just stands on your table. And I love the idea of this, even the candles by it, that it kind of becomes a display. It becomes a part of your experience that you can walk through each day. In it, we have like a Holy Week map and timeline. I'll show you really quick if I can open it up to it. struggling. Here we go.
No pressure, just
there
a
we
few
go.
TV crowns hanging over your shoulder. Here we go.
Jerusalem at the time of Christ. I think this is such an awesome resource to kind of see, oh, where was the Garden of Gethsemane and where was the Temple Mount? The Holy Week timeline. And then each day really represents one, like this is the triumphal entry. I'll show you. So that there's an image, and then we have the scripture references that you can read that are just super simple, bite-sized, and then a reflection for young children, youth and teens, and a family activity and a service opportunity.
Well, so this sits on my kitchen counter. We love it, and it's interesting. I'm glad you pointed out the map, because I think there's different aspects that appeal to different types of learning. Like my little 7-year-old, he's a left-brainer. He's a left-brain dude. And that map, that literal, depiction of the physical area was so intriguing to him, and he was poring over it like finger at a page.
Yes.
My daughter's more visual, so every picture brought out, a bunch of questions from her about the people in the image and why the donkey, and it prompts, I think, different reflections in different personalities.
That's right.
And I think that's what we want to do. We want to stir the souls, right, with these.
That's right.
And also we want to bring forward the literal nature of this holiday. It sometimes feels like a big fairy tale or a big fictionist story, but to bring this to life in literal ways, I think, is really powerful.
Yes, so such a great resource.
You say we can also incorporate or adopt some traditions with the Easter holiday or with Holy Week. Tell us what you do.
Well, I totally recommend looking at your culture, of your heritage, and see if there's something neat there, or even people that have lived in other countries, if they've served missions. It's so neat for them to bring home cultural experiences of Easter and how they celebrate elsewhere. I didn't have a lot of them in my family, so I just looked to see what I could kind of create on my own. And one of our very favorite ones is a Passover-like or a Jerusalem dinner. This is just a small representation. It can be a very simple thing or an elaborate thing.
I've wanted to do this. I've seen it. What goes into your supper?
Honestly, anything. This can be the thing that you do, but for us, it looks like putting a big white cloth, several white cloths on the floor.
Okay.
We sit down, we bring out all our charcuterie type stuff, our boards and our wooden bowls, and we just add to it to have it be sort of like a feast that they would have similar. So we try to have the same foods or similar foods that they might have had there. And then honestly, for us, it just ends up being this sacred moment where we talk about Jesus, and we really have, instead of that Easter dinner that feels like, potatoes and ham or whatever would be the quintessential Easter meal, this actually feels like that moment of pausing and reflecting and considering the life and sacrifice of the Savior.
Yeah, it's a showing of devotion. I mean, dinner becomes a devotional at that point, and I can see that being a very sacred point in your family's week and in your family's memory.
That's right.
What a beautiful tradition. Katie, thank you so much for sharing these thoughts and ideas. Where can we purchase the calendar?
ShopMultiplyGoodness.com. We're on a reprint of this guide this year.
Kind of popular.
Yep, so they are getting mailed out starting on the 18th. It should arrive right in time for Holy Week if you order. And then, the Hughes house, I share lots of ideas in a newsletter that I recently did for March.
This is a beautiful push, so thank you for inspiring us. We'll link you over from our website.